Okay, time to fit the driver's side instrument panel. Before you do that, my strongest recommendation is that you fit this column bracket. Yep, I already fitted the instrument panel to find out I forgot to fit that. So anyway, this needs to go in first. Some things that I learned along the way as I've been doing this. Okay, this is the earthing wires that come out of the loom. The spade connections, which are attached to the 5/16 bolt that goes into the bulkhead, they're on the old loom. They don't come with the new wiring loom, so it's wise to keep your old loom and salvage those connectors. They're very, very specific. I'll show you what I mean. I'll take this off. So that's got that has a plate with a hole in it, and then the spade terminal. So I've just salvaged those, cleaned them up, put them on. There's an earth that goes up to the windscreen wiper, and then these wires go through the top of this. It makes it easier to connect up then to the driver's side. I believe this block, which is for the rev counter, goes underneath. This is ignition related, so this goes underneath. This is steering column control related, so this goes underneath. The one that does go through the side is the lighting, for the lighting switch, and there's something on this switch that needs to be pointed out. So this connector, there's two wires in the loom, which is correct. There's two wires that go across the switch per the wiring diagram. So I had to get a special connector that attaches the two wires to the connector, and then the connector goes into the spade terminal. This is already started to tidy up with respect to positioning. Again, this goes back to my comment about working on one piece at a time, and the wiring looms themselves, they tend to self-orientate, and they're a very good guide. This is the new white wiring from the fuel pump that I made a new harness for that goes across. That's that connection that I was talking about the other day, and that then connects into to that. It didn't take too long to rig that up. One other area that I found is different to what I was expecting, I should say, rather than different. This is for the parking switch in the brake reservoir, low level, the white and the red. The white is hot when the ignition is on, and then this is coming from the switching for the brake fluid and for the handbrake. My lamp, I have a brand new lamp for that warning light. My lamp, this is the lamp side of the arrangement that came, is different to the original. So white and black wiring, obviously, and then it had connector, the inline connectors as the connection from that wiring, rather than these male and female. So what I did is I just made two adapters. That way I'm not cutting the original wiring loom, and I'm still connecting up to this light. I don't see why that won't work. But that was a little bit of a surprise. So now I'm going to fit the driver side instrument panel for the second time. Driver side instrument panel is in for the second time. Yeah, don't forget to fit that column bracket first before you try and fit your instrument panel. But it does look good, right? So I'm really thrilled with it. I'll talk through some of the issues. This is the back. These lamps, they are an extra wiring harness that's in the application kit, but they don't include the lamp holders, so you have to rescue that from the old harness. They have these little angle connectors in there for the speedometer, and then they have a different type of fitting for the rev counter. Connected up the rev counter cable. It's brand new. 0 set on the mileage trip switch. That all works. You can see that with this bracket in place, that the wiring kind of starts to group together. That one is actually just feels a little short, just like me. I'll fix that in a minute. Okay, so I do want to make a comment about that wiring. This is that earthing connection that was there before. This is the instrument panel light that runs across from that top fuse box connection there on the right hand side. Everything starts to fit. Now this is what I was meaning about my brake reservoir handbrake switch. So that's the way it connects in. I've checked this part several times. This is what's on several websites. It shows that it's not the same as the original, and this part seems to be fitted to many different kind of cars from the UK. So I'm not able to connect that this white and red wire directly to that. So my little adaptation kit there has worked out. We'll see how we get on with that. Anybody has comments about that, then let me know, obviously, please. Cables are connected for the heater. Those linkages, they all work. Let's go underneath here. That connector block there is for the rev counter. That's all working. This is related to ignition. This is related to column function. So things are starting to actually to line up. I've still got the heating ducting to fit, but at this particular point, I'm comfortable with it. I'm hoping that I've got that the right way around. I think I have to fit the heating ducting last. Now, found a couple of things associated with the wiring diagram. This wiring diagram calls for a red and a brown wire going up from the hazard light. And that's not what's actually in the harness. What's in the harness is this light green and black. That's light green and a brown, I think, or a purple. So what's also interesting is that if you look at here it is. So another wiring diagram. This shows that hazard light, and that shows that light green and purple. So this one is correct. Light green and purple with a black. This is correct. The other thing that is confusing in the wiring diagram, I'm not complaining about these diagrams, they're a godsend, but sometimes you just come across stuff that's not per your wiring loom. On my Triumph TR6, it says covers most TR6 vehicles of this year. Like, what the hell does that mean? Like, everyone's unique. So, I mean, it's just a British thing, I guess. I don't know. But on this diagram, this is actually the wrong way around. The speedometer should be over here. The rev counter should be over here. And the blue and white goes to the left-hand side, which you should be able to see there. That is a blue and white there. and then white, and then brown and black on the right hand side. That's that one that fell out. I'll put that back in a second. So don't get confused if this is actually a different color. Anyway, so I checked with my photos and obviously found it on the different wiring diagram as the color arrangement that's here. So this is correct. This is for the left hand side indicator, and this is for the right hand side indicator. If you get those wrong and you find out later, you simply just pull them out and swap them over. So no biggie if you get that wrong. This has taken quite some time. Fitting this is not, I don't find straightforward, but yeah. We are getting closer. Yep, very exciting.